Hi and welcome to Yoga with Becs. This is Finding Balance in Crow Pose. I'm Becca and today I'm in Mexico. Spinal Safety Awareness, this practice does have minimal forward flexion. Please read the description before starting. Now grab your mat and let's find your space. Okay, let's start with a little downward dog to warm up the body. So please join me on your hands and knees. And I'm going to start with child's pose actually, to come into downward dog. Letting my knees wide, feet together, sit back onto my heels, stretching out forward, forehead onto the ground. Take a moment to breathe here. Feel your rib cage expanding and compressing with each breath. And we're going to gently come up. We're going to keep our hands where they are and our knees where they are. And we're going to bring our knees a little more together, but same distance away from our hands. So knees are hip width apart, feet are hip width apart. Tuck those toes under, and then press your hips up and back, pressing into your palms, into your fingers to push your hips up, 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 and back. As high as they can go, you can keep your knees, flex here a little if you need, and relax the heels down. So let's take a few breaths here to warm up the body. Let's come up onto the tips of onto our metatarsals, onto our toes. Stretching up, really pull those hips back, 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 back. Long line in the torso. And then let the heels fall down. Maintaining that hip position, really pushing up and back. Check that your neck is relaxed. Just rotate your head side to side. See how that feels. Strong engagement through the shoulder blades here to support. Get that sensation of your shoulder blades really widening. Hips are pulling up and back. Let's bend one knee at a time. Bend your right knee. And stretch. Bend the left knee. Hips keep pushing up and back. Right knee bending. Switch to the left knee bending. And again, up on the toes. Hips up, 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 and back. Release the heels down. Take a few more breaths here. Now let's bring our body weight forward. We're going to come into plank. So you can adjust here a little if you need. We want our wrists under our shoulders and a nice long line all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your heels. Nice long line. Check that your hips aren't either too low or too high. Try and find that nice long line. So again, we're really working the shoulder blades here. This is a good prep for crow because the crow, the balance and the work is in the arms and the shoulders. We're going to hold this for a few breaths, focusing on lengthening your legs, neck in line with the spine. Use your core to support. Now, making sure we're really engaged in the shoulder blades and those lats. And we're going to come down into Chaturanga. So we're going to gently bend keep this long straight line in the body, and then bend the elbows to gently come down. Really hold your weight in those hands. Come down here so we're almost touching the ground. Nice long line deep breaths. Stretching out through the heels, working those lats, really engage, and gently release down. Take a breath here. You can make a little pillow for your hands. Toes together, heels apart. Relax the body, breathe. Bring your feet back together. Let's do plank and chaturanga one more time. So, hands on the ground, underneath your shoulders. Gently push up. Engage your core to come up. Tuck those toes under. And find your plank again. Straightening through the legs, long line through the body, out the top of your head. Working those lats, pressing into each fingertip. Feet can be hip width apart or together. One more deep breath here. Check your line. And then gently lower down to chaturanga. Bend those elbows, keep them close to your body. Really working those lats. Gently come down. And then find your balance. One more deep breath. And gently lower down. Again, toes together, heels apart. Make a little pillow, breathe. Relax the body. And come back up to all fours. Gently use your core. Pressing up. So now we're going to do Malasana into crow. And we are doing the Kakasana version of crow today, which is a little bit easier balance. And Malasana we're going to come into from seating. We often come into it from standing, but we can also come in from seating. So from here, I want you to bring each foot out and find a nice squat position. Feet wide enough that you can really squat down. We're going to engage our elbows into our knees. Hold that nice namaste pose to anchor the pose. And I've got my feet out at 45-degree angles. Again, wide enough so I can be comfortable, but I'm using the tension between my elbows and my knees to hold the pose. Opening up through the chest, looking forward, tall through the spine. Using that engagement in knees and elbows to hold the pose. Let's hold this for a few deep breaths. Opening up through the chest. Lower back should feel nice and relaxed here. Okay, now from Malasana, chest open forward. We've got a nice balance. Hold that engagement in the elbow and knee, but open up your arms. Hands facing forward. Bring the palms down to the ground. And then we're going to keep our elbows bent, but we're going to start bringing our weight forward. Keep your feet on the ground. We want our forearms to be straight up and down. And we're just going to keep our knees where they are. So you've got an engagement between the elbow and the little nook in your leg here. And that nook in your leg is going to balance on top of your elbow. So keep tilting your weight forward till your arms are straight up and down. And then start to find your balance here. So slowly find that balance. Look forward, straight through the back. And when you feel a nice balance, bring one foot up and the other foot up. So you want to basically tilt forward until you find that balance, until you feel really centered and grounded. and then gently lifting one foot up at a time. I love crow pose. I feel like I could stay here forever. Not actually, but it's such a peaceful pose. So keep trying, keep playing with that. It might not come at first, but ground weight into your palms, spread through each fingertip. Find that nice point where basically where your elbows in that little nook of your knee, leaning forward, looking forward, finding that balance. Elbow is bent, and then lifting your feet up one at a time. My core is engaged, my shoulders engaged, and find your balance and hold. If you fall out, try again. And then when you're ready, gently come back down. Let's do that one more time. Palms down on the ground. Slowly bringing my weight forward, looking forward. Making sure my weight is up high enough above my elbows. Lifting my feet up one at a time. Beautiful crow pose. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that those exercises helped prep you for crow. I hope you enjoyed crow. If you didn't get it this time, please keep trying. It's a wonderful balance. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe. If you have any questions about finding your balance in crow, please drop me a comment below. Have a beautiful day.